This is the unabridged recording of Tink's Neverland, Cosmos's Gateway, Book 1, by S.E. Smith, performed by Suzanne Elise Freeman. Chapter 1. "Hey, Tink, you were great tonight," yelled one of the guys who had been trying to get Jasmine Tinkerbell's attention all night. There was a full house tonight at the local brewery called Purple Haze, where they made and sold all types of homemade beers and specialty dishes. It was a well-known college hangout, and a great place to get picked up, if that was what you were looking for. The two guys walking away had been the two most aggressive in trying to get Tink's attention. Tink made it a rule not to pick up anyone from the bar. She had bad enough luck with guys without having to add any other liabilities to her choices. Tink raised her hand and gave an off-handed thanks before turning the opposite way. She and her bandmates closed the brewery down tonight. At 2 o'clock in the morning, the only lights shining were the street lights and occasional headlights from a car leaving the place, but she wasn't worried. The small college town of Calais, Maine, was one of the safest in the country. Even if it wasn't, anyone who had heard of Jasmine Tinkerbell knew better than to mess with the pint-size Spitfire if they didn't want a wrench upside their head. At 5 feet, 4 inches, and 110 pounds of toned muscle, Tink was known for her sense of humor and easy personality. But when riled, she could take down even the toughest of mechanics in the town, thanks to her mom's determination that all her girls learn to defend themselves, even if it meant fighting dirty, which Tink had been known to do on occasion. Besides, if she wasn't able to do it, then one of her 2 sisters or 11 fellow mechanics around town would do the job, and there wouldn't be much left for the cops to pick up. Life was good as far as Tink was concerned, and she enjoyed it to the fullest. Softly humming one of the songs she had played, she hung the guitar case over her shoulder and tightened the tool belt around her small waist. She'd promised her best friend Cosmos she would stop by the lab in the warehouse where they lived, to look at a generator he needed her to work on. She'd picked up her tool belt from work to bring home with her earlier, since she needed some of the special tools she had machined for the job. She loved working on some of the things Cosmos created, almost as much as she loved the big guy himself. Cosmos might have been born with a silver spoon in his mouth, but it didn't show. Cosmos's parents made a mint off different patents they developed, and Cosmos was just like them. He'd had his doctorate.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?